Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bunny and in this video I'm going to be showing you how to draw realistic eyes with a step-by-step tutorial. This video is actually going to be split into two different parts. The first part I will be showing you how to draw a single eye. I'll be talking about the eye shape and the eye details. And the second part of the video, I'll be talking about how I draw the other eye. I know that this is a typical challenge in itself because it's really hard to get two eyes symmetrical, but I'll be walking you through some of the steps that I take on a regular basis when I'm drawing a face. So get your sketchbooks, your pencils, and your erasers ready because we're about to get deep into drawing eyes. To get started, you want to basically start with the general outline of the eye shape. And this will typically resemble the general shape of an almond. I like to basically curve the lower eyelid to match the upper eyelid and leave a little indentation for the corner of the eye. I like to then flesh out the lower eyelid by adding a second line on the inside of the eye shape. And I will typically bring the lower eyelid line up into the inner corner of the eye. Once I finalize the general shape of the eye, I then work on the upper eye crease, which is a little bit above the general eye. So here we're just going to add a little bit of a line at the very top. This will come useful when you have to draw the actual eyeball later on. Now that I've established a pretty good looking eye, we can go ahead by adding more details. And the first thing I like to do is actually draw in the eyelashes. So I do start from the right hand side of the eye or the outer corner of the eye. And I start with larger eyelashes and gradually go down into smaller lashes. The next thing I draw are the irises. The irises themselves, the size of the irises should take up no more than 2/4 of the shape of your eye. And I typically use the upper crease of the eyelid as a starting point on where to start the circle of the iris. For the details of the eye, I actually start with the highlighted area, so I do draw circles to indicate where the highlight of the eye will be. For the pupil, I do draw a smaller circle in the center next to the highlighted areas, and I do expand the sort of shadowy areas of the eye with a sort of horizontal line at the very top. As for the eyebrow, I do use the inner corner of the eye as a guiding point. So basically I start the eyebrow a little bit past the inner corner of the eye. I like to use sort of like an invisible angle. And then I basically just sketch out the general shape of the eyebrow and then fill in with some eyebrow hairs afterwards. Now for the eyebrow hairs, there's a little trick. You want to make sure that when you're filling in the eyebrow hairs that you don't all put them in the same direction. So the hairs do follow a certain pattern, and it's quite important that you make sure to recognize this when you're drawing it in. For some final detail, I do like to add some shadows into the white part of the eyeball. I do believe that this helps with the realistic look. And afterwards, I basically just play around with some shadows and shading to bring more life to the actual sketch. Okay, so now that we've learned how to draw one single eye, let's talk about how to draw the other eye. I'm going to be showing you the method that I do. There are so many other methods out there that you can find online, but this is the way that I basically approach this. To get started, you basically want to start sketching the top part of the eye, just like what we discussed in the first few minutes of this video. To basically understand where to place the second eye and how far apart they should be, I use the nose as an indicator. So we're just going to go ahead and sketch a really rough nose here. And generally, I will take the edges of the nostrils as an indicator on how far apart the eyes should be. I will also draw some reference lines on the top and bottom of my existing eye. This will basically just help me place the second eye in the proper position. And once I've established both shapes of the eyes and it looks good, I've made maybe some arrangements, but everything is looking good, I then proceed with the actual steps that I've outlined in the first part of this tutorial with the individual eye. how I basically work from then on is that if I do one step to the right eye, I will do the other step to the left eye simultaneously. I will never just finish one entire eye and then work on the other one. I like to do things side by side. This just helps me, you know, get the symmetrical aspect of both eyes, and I think that it just works for me much better than if I were to finish one eye before the other. And to basically sum it all up, once I've established both eyes, I will then go ahead with some further detailing, which is typically mostly shadows, especially if I'm working with pencil only. I will also darken a lot of the shadows by using a stronger pencil, for example, such as 6B. And that's basically it. So guys, if you're trying this tutorial, just remember to have fun with it. Don't stress out if it's not looking perfect right off the bat. Practice is there for you, and actually what you should be doing in order to get better at this sort of drawing. Eventually you'll get there, so don't worry about it. Don't stress the little things. Just have fun with it and remember some of the basic rules to drawing a single eye, and also how to draw the other eye, which I've covered in this tutorial. If there are any other tutorials you want me to make, do comment below. I am starting to make them finally, now that I've learned how to draw these basic human things. So I'm quite excited to create some more stuff for you. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Please do give it a big thumbs up if you did. It really does help me, and I am quite grateful for all of your support. Don't forget to comment what you guys would like me to cover next, and also don't forget to subscribe for more art videos. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching once more, and I wish you guys all a lovely day, and stay awesome, keep drawing, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!